Well, hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm great.
Are you?
Yes.
Well, we got an exciting topic today. I picked this one out just for you.
Really?
Yeah. Right up your alley. We're going to talk about clothes.
Yes.
What to wear.
I love clothes.
What to wear on Guess It Matters.
Woohoo!
And do you think we a couple weeks ago we did about how to do your song list. Remember
Yes.
that? How to do your set list? And we said that the first song is almost like trying to make a first impression.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you never get a second chance to make a first impression.
That's right.
It's just one and done. So I thought would be good topic today. I actually did a Facebook poll and asked people did they think if what you wear was that important. And for the people sitting in the audience, when they're asked that question, they pretty much say no. They don't really think it matters. However, from all the studies of a lot of smart people in the world, what you wear really does matter,
It does.
right? All right, let me ask you this. When you get ready to go out during the day and you're just going to the store, you wear something comfortable. You know, you don't really want to look tacky, you just go. But when you, let's say, go for a job interview, you put a little bit more thought into it, don't you?
Absolutely.
Because you want that one person sitting across the table from you not to think bad of you.
You want to make a good first time
That's right.
impression.
So what you wear actually matters.
Yes, it does.
And you have to take into effect not just what you're wearing, but the background on the stage, the colors you're wearing. Did you know that yellows and reds are no-nos for stage?
I agree.
One of the reasons
Excellent.
why is because reds and yellows tend to halo. So when you got lights blaring on you, it tends to make it look like you got a halo. And also, red tends to draw people's attention. So if you're part of a quartet and you're wearing red, if everybody's wearing red, it really wears people out after about 35, 40 minutes. One person on the stage is wearing red, people have a tendency to draw their attention to that one spot. It's just the way, it's just science. And so if you got someone over this side of the stage singing a solo and you're standing over there watching, more times than not, the crowd is going to be drawn to the person that's got the loudest color. Not just red, but yellows, light blues.
Yes.
What do you like about this topic? You ought to like a lot because you got a lot of clothes.
I really like this topic because, like you said, I love clothes, and clothes bring out your personality. It just shows who you are.
Makes you feel
basically.
confident.
Yeah.
And everybody needs a lady to help them. They do. I've been before where I put on a pair of black pants and try to wear navy blue socks because I can't tell the difference.
You can't do that.
But you can tell the difference, right? But now a lot of the quartets nowadays are wearing those wild socks, and I think that's kind of neat.
That is.
There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's cool. We're also going to dive into whether or not we should all be dressing alike. One of the things on the Facebook poll actually said that people really did not care for groups that dress alike.
I agree.
You don't like that?
I don't particularly like it.
Now, what do you not like about it?
I just don't.
And why didn't you make any coffee for us?
That would have been nice.
What we need is Guess It Matters coffee mugs.
Yes.
Would you guys like that? Hey, comment to us, like and subscribe, and send a comment, and we might get some of those made. I'd like to have my own Guess It Matters coffee mug.
cup.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
you?
That would be nice.
Oh, yeah. Or maybe one of those tumblers.
Yes.
You carry it with you.
Yeah.
I got used to those. Love those. I got one tumbler that I got a couple of years ago, and I drink out of it every day.
Every day.
She has to fight me to wash it.
Yes. It's pitiful.
So we did do the poll, and people were not really carried away with people wearing suits and ties anymore. They want people to look like they're comfortable.
Absolutely.
Some people look
and I agree with them.
But now some
I
people
agree
look
with 'em on
comfortable
that.
in a suit. Older gentlemen, pastors, they look comfortable wearing a suit. Some people, you would think something was wrong with them if they was wearing something beside the suit. Would you agree with that?
To an extent.
Well, I mean, take for instance, I think we'll get on into it later, but take for instance like the Kingsman, Gold City, some of those guys. Ray Dean Reese, snazzy guy, classy guy, right? Just looks good in a suit. I can't see watching him on stage sing in any other thing but a suit. What about you? Would you?
Well, that's what I've been used to seeing him in for many years, for most of my life. But it would be nice to see him actually
comfortable
just
looking?
be comfortable looking.
I don't know. That's
think.
well, it's fine that we disagree. We're kind of like Fox News now, aren't we? We got like the table thing going. Now we're really seeing what matters. We got the table between us, and no, I'm just playing. But I think that's good.
Just personally, in my opinion, suits, I don't particularly care for them.
If they're updated.
Yeah, if they're updated.
Like you can look at a suit and say, well, they've been wearing that since 1964.
That's bad.
They had the different kind of fabric. But here a suit's got to fit. You go to if you're gonna wear a suit, don't go down to the guy selling them out the back of his car for $50, where they're either too big or not or too small, because that don't look right. I have seen people try to pull off suit and tie in quartets, and one of their guys, it didn't look so good because it looked like it was too big. And then you have one guy in the group where it looks like it's too small. That don't look good. Make sure that everybody is just presentable.
Right.
I think that's the point. And if you are comfortable and presentable and you are confident and you walk up there and rock a sweater and an Oxford or whatever and a pair of khakis, and you can really, people just, Carol Robertson comes to mind. He was real good at, he wore stuff like that. And it just kind of makes you feel like Mr. Rogers. And then women, that's you guys really, I can't weigh in on that. But I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a break. And when we get back, I'm gonna turn you loose on this whole thing. She's got a lot to say about this, so
oh my.
stay right with us with Guess It Matters.
This week on our Facebook page, we asked the question to all of you that participate in simply sitting in the audience and enjoying gospel music. The question was, does how a group or a soloist dress determine how they are received? The answer to our question from you was very interesting. 100%, it seems that no one is interested in seeing anyone present their message in a suit anymore.
Who said that?
However, let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. A good many of you stated that you wanted them to be casual but comfortable. Some of you went a little further to describe casual as not being shorts, but a nice pair of slacks or even jeans and a nice shirt. A few people who are members of actual groups said that the possibility of overdressing is not a good thing in their opinion.
All right. So does what you wear in front of people matter? As a matter of fact, it does. If you remember a few podcasts back, we talked about your stage presence on stage and being a ministry oriented or entertainment and how we did our best to tackle that. Well, as it turns out, how you dress communicates your message, just like singing the right song or how you present your message that you're trying to present. In fact, what you wear can actually make the difference in how you are received by an audience. Over the years, a lot of smart individuals studied this, and they found that your audience subconsciously becomes attentive or is not fully attentive merely based on what is in front of them at the moment. It's not only the clothes that you're wearing, but the colors and how those colors are contrasting with the lights and the background. So when asked about it, people tend to say they don't care. But in the moment, what they do isn't being registered the same way as when they are asked about it.
Well, here is an exercise when you are getting ready to go to an important meeting. Do you pick a wardrobe that is comfortable or that makes you feel confident, or both? Do you think for a moment about the situation you are about to walk into? If you are going to be in front of an audience, does that play a role in how you pick your wardrobe?
It almost sounds silly when you say it out loud. Say it out loud like that. But it's the truth. So we've all heard the saying, you only have one chance to make a first impression. You don't have a second chance to do that.
That's right.
We discussed in our last podcast about approaching your set list and the importance of a first song. Now, you've gone out of your way to study your sound system, learn your music, create your set list that speaks the message you're trying to convey. And now, you want to tell me that what you're about to wear in front of your audience doesn't matter? It absolutely matters.
Yes.
But it does not have to be complicated. Why do quartets wear suits? Do you know? I bet no one's ever really thought about it. Think about it for just a second. Quartets became popular during a time when going to church meant you wore your absolute best. 40s,
right.
50s, right? People already dressed a certain way that was modest during the week, but on Sunday, they did better than that out of respect and tradition for the church. Therefore, when quartets came along, it was only natural to look your very best for church, since that was the type of music they were doing. They usually wore the same type of suit, same tie, same shoes. The look of uniformity was the attention getter, to say the least. They were presenting themselves as four specific people doing one specific thing, and therefore uniformity in what they wore made the same statement. This isn't just the norm in gospel music, but it's in all other forms of music, like classical, jazz. The bottom line is that what you wear in front of your audience matters more than you think it does.
It does. Now, let's talk a little about how we should approach this. A lot of people said on the Facebook question that if you were doing a benefit or maybe an outdoor event, that you should relax it a bit and not dress up too much. While we want to agree with that, and the venue is important. What you walk on stage to sing and still impacts the message you are trying to convey. You can still dress the part, be comfortable, and not be flashy at the same time. It takes a little bit of thought, and that's the most important thing about what you are wearing says. It's mostly important, says that you care. When you walk on stage to sing or present your music, what you are wearing tells the audience whether you cared enough about them to be presentable, or did you choose to wear what you did to be flashy, or did you care enough at all just wanted to be comfortable. Now, I bet we have your attention now.
The type of music you're performing and the types of songs you're singing and the message you're conveying should match how you act on stage.
That's right.
And that means also what you're wearing.
Right. A great rule of thumb for us has always been, if the pastor is wearing a suit, then
We always do.
you at least meet there.
We might not all wear a tie, but we try to match what the pastor is. You know why?
Why?
Because that's what the audience is used to seeing.
That's right.
They're used to seeing their pastor on stage with a suit. So we don't want to make anybody uncomfortable if we don't wear one. But here's the kicker. If you were invited to sing and you never wore a suit before in your life, chances are they already know this. You see where this is going? You create a brand for yourself, and your presentation started before you ever walked in the building.
Wow. Find a look that suits you, and whether that look is going to be suits, business, casual, or a presentable pair of jeans. You also have to think about your audience,
That's
the
right.
lighting, the stage background, and the message you are conveying. We have witnessed a lot of people that are out there singing go from suits to jeans with an attitude that they don't care anymore. Let us remind you that your audience does.
They care.
You shouldn't shell shock them like that. If you have a plan to present yourself a certain way at live events, then you slowly work them into it. Take, for example, someone like Gold City. They have traditionally worn suits to present their message. The few times I've seen them deviate from that norm, their audience seemed to be more opinionated about what they were wearing than what they were singing. Well, Brian Free and Assurance has been deviating away from suits on stage for so long now that no one cares
Not
anymore.
even a topic about them.
If any sitting president walked on a screen to do a televised meeting in anything but a suit, no one would ever hear the end of it. And the memes would go far into the next lifetime.
You imagine President Trump or President Obama or President Bush showing up in Bermuda shorts and a tank top.
Oh my.
What you're wearing shows your audience that you care. It also conveys the message in your songs. What you wear should take the emphasis off of you and help your audience listen to the message in your music.
Yeah.
What you wear should not distract anyone, and it shouldn't distract them from the time that you're spending in front of them. What you wear should not create a conflict with your audience. There have been times traveling with the quartet when we were invited to places that someone would approach us while we were getting set up and said, you walk off that bus with a suit and tie on, you can just get right back on that bus and head back where you come from. So we obliged them, and but we were presentable. They were joking, but they were serious because their audience wasn't used to seeing people in suits.
That's right.
All right?
We have said all of that in hopes that you begin to take it seriously for your own ministry or your message.
That's right.
Understand that whether you are singing in a large fancy venue, a church, or a theater, or even a nursing home, benefit at a community center, or on a Facebook Live presentation, what you are wearing matters equally as much as how you sound, what you sing, and how effective you have mastered your sound system.
Yeah, it all
Remember
matters.
that.
It all
Because it all matters.
That's right.
It all matters.
All right, so what we want to do now is I want you guys to look behind us here. And we're going to run through some this is our son. This is him going to his prom. Going to a prom. He's matching the part. It's very formal. So he don't like to wear suits. So I had to help him get dressed.
He didn't even know how to even...
He's like, what is this? What does this go? I was like, it goes in your pocket. Well, how does it go in there? He didn't know. But he looks sharp, does he not? I mean, it looks like he looks like a model. It looks like his mama. This is the Hoppers. And I want you to notice 3 different ladies. This is mother-in-law, mom, and daughter. They're all wearing something that matches, but it's different. They wear what's in their age group that is very classy to them. You could wear that to church. You could wear that anywhere. You'd see them singing that at the NQC. So this is their brand, though. This is what you would expect to see them if they showed up, or even if they did a Facebook Live, you would see, probably not that dressed up, but you would see them comfortable in what they were wearing. They look comfortable in what they were wearing. Now, I don't know what this is Dean's wearing, but he does a good job wearing it. This is the Kingdom Heirs. They sing at Dollywood. They're very uniform. They all wear the same coat, the same pants, the same shirt. That's their brand. You go up there and watch them sing at Dollywood, they're going to come out and they're all going to be dressed the same, because this is a program. More than likely, someone at Dollywood, that's something that's in their contract that they have to do. One of the things, Dollywood doesn't have to go and figure out what each one of their personalities is to try to figure out what they're doing. This is their stage costume, basically. Even though that's something you would see them, when you go see them sing in churches that are not at Dollywood, when you go see them at church, they don't dress alike like that.
Wow.
Did you know that?
I didn't realize
They
that.
dress comfortable to them. They dress in a nice suit. Had one of Triumphant Quartet. You can go look them up online if you'd like. And they have a neat way they dress. They're different age groups of men, and they have a very casual look about them.
They look very cool. I'm gonna tell you. That was very.
They look
awesome.
updated.
Very.
Even though
updated.
one of the older guys was wearing a tie, he had on like a sweater coat. So it just works for them. So I think that's the point. Your brand is how people expect you to look when you show up. Your brand is, so if on your CD, if you're wearing a coat, a tie on your CDs, more than likely people are going to want to see that when you show up to their church. If you wear casual type dress where it's not suit and tie, and then people see you like that, they're going to expect to see you like that when you're live.
Yeah.
Now my app has done gone all kind of crazy on me. It wants to show him. We'll just let you guys see our son. I think he's cute. But here's another problem. Let's say on your CDs you have a certain way you look. All of your pictures, your promotional pictures, you have a certain way you look. You do a Facebook Live and you show up wearing a trucker's cap, a t-shirt that says Roll Tide or Go Dogs, whatever your team is. People are going to scroll through Facebook and they're going to see you there singing, and they might stop and listen to the songs and they might enjoy the songs. But in their mind, they're going to say, well, they're just rehearsing. They're just goofing off. They're not really serious about this. I'll listen for a few minutes and then I'll turn it off. It's important for us to capture people's attention so that they can hear the message in the song.
Absolutely.
And I think more than anything in the world, that should matter to us. You know, it should matter more than what we wear. It should matter more than anything. But if you're going to work on what you sound like, you're going to work on how that sounds to people with your sound system. You're going to worry about what songs you're singing and what messages are in those songs. Then if you're going to go into a church, then you should at least want to not take the attention away from the message.
Yeah.
Is that a good way of saying that?
Absolutely.
You don't want to take the attention away from the presence of God in the songs that you're trying to sing. Now, if you're singing in a restaurant somewhere and you're playing a guitar for tips and singing country music and classic rock and roll, wear whatever you want to. Because more than likely somebody sitting in a seat somewhere is just listening with this ear, talking to this person and eating their food, and they might enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's just noise. Not just noise, but I mean, it's something in the atmosphere. But if you're the one people have paid money to come see on a stage, and you're singing your songs that you wrote, country music or rock and roll music or whatever, you need to play the part of whatever it is you're trying to do.
Yes.
I hope that if you are doing gospel music, then that's what's in your heart, and you're trying to reach people, and you're trying to convey a message. Understand that everything from the way you sound, your harmony, which is going to be a podcast down the road, what you're wearing, what songs you sing, what order they're in, it is there to minister to the people in the audience, and all of that matters.
Yes, it does.
All of it matters.
It does.
It all matters. Right?
That's right.
You enjoyed this?
I've enjoyed this.
Hey, we might even take a picture of all the shoes that she has.
Oh, let's not go there.
Thank you guys for watching. I've enjoyed it.
I've enjoyed this.
You enjoyed it?
I have.
It's been good. I hope. Hey, like and subscribe. I even got a little thing, a little tag. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Share this video with somebody. Facebook. Our email address is shayandmitchie@gmail.com. Shoot us an email with a picture of your group. She'll tell you whether or not. No, I'm just kidding. She won't. She won't. She won't. She won't. She's not a fashion designer.
No.
But anyway, hey, do your best. Look your best. Sound your best.
Absolutely.
Our band director used to say, strive for perfection, though no one attains it. Someone is watching who thinks you attain it.
That's right.
Mr. Benny Davis, the late, great Benny Davis. It's been fun, right?
Guess it matters.
It matters.
It matters to us.
Matters to us. Matters to her anyway.
Yes.
All right. Hey, again, like and subscribe on YouTube, Facebook. Shoot us a message. That's all I got.
That's all I got.
Guess it matters.